Now we can understand Hillel the Elder's comment about observing this mitzvah of loving your fellow. He said it's the whole Torah, all of it. This is the entire Torah, and the rest is commentary, Talmud Shabbos. So how can we say that? How did Hillel say that the entire Torah is loving your fellow? Right? There's an entire Torah. How can you just sum it all up in one mitzvah? So with this energy of chapter 32 of really learning to love one's fellow, we can understand that comment. So Hillel's statement was not an exaggeration. The mitzvah of loving your fellow has a spiritual dynamic which mirrors the spiritual cause and effect of the Torah. As we've seen, the cause which brings you to love your fellow is disregarding the mentality of your animal soul and your body and your ego and shifting to the higher consciousness of the divine soul. I'm changing my orientation. The effect is that you bond and connect with your fellow, right? So now that I'm more connected with my soul, I can connect with someone on a soul level. These two phases of initially transcending the physical and then returning to connect with it amid a higher consciousness represents the fundamentals, basic of the entire Torah. I mean, what do? First, I transcend, and then I come back and connect, right? That is the path of the Torah. It's the idea of ratzo and shuv, run and return. So first what I'm doing is I'm running, right? I'm going to a higher source. I'm going beyond, and then I'm taking that higher consciousness and I'm bringing it right back in the shuv in the return. So ratzo and shuv is a Kabbalistic term of running and returning. So this is the experience of loving another. First, I need to run to my source. I need to expand. I need to go higher into my essence. And then I can shuv. Now I can return back to this body and really love you as you. Love you as your essence. And so really, this is the entire Torah. We are elevating ourselves, elevating the physical object we're dealing with in order to come back and really deal with it in a new, holier way. So the Torah's first root principle is to raise and elevate the soul's importance over the body, lifting the soul higher and higher to the root and source of all the worlds. This is ratzo, really just going to our source, running to our source. And the second root principle of the Torah is to draw down God's infinite light into the spiritual space, which is referred to as the Torah by the Zohar as Knesset Yisrael, which is the source of the souls of all of Israel. Okay, so we're drawing that supernal holiness onto Knesset Yisrael, onto the source of the souls of the Jewish people. So unity amongst the Jewish people causes unity with God. In order for the second phase, shuv, of returning, to be effective, God's infinite light needs to gush into Knesset Yisrael. It needs to flood Knesset Yisrael, which is the source of souls. So we need to be united down here in this physical world, because if we're not, we're united above, Knesset Yisrael will be fragmented and won't be the proper vessel to receive God's endless light. Meaning our spiritual source as the Jewish people is a vessel. It's a vessel for God's infinite light. So if we're connected down below, we're able to be connected on high, and that being connected on high allows Hashem's infinite light to pour into that vessel, which is all of us together. And so our unity as Am Yisrael creates a link, right? We're like this chainmail. We're like creating something. We're creating this vessel that now God can pour His endless light into, the light of all, which brings all the blessings. So one will merge with one. The one God will merge with our souls. And this happens specifically when you're united here down below in this world, but not when there is division among the souls, God forbid. The Blessed Holy One wouldn't dwell in a blemished place. And as we say, bless us all of us, our Father, as one, with the light of your face. So there's 3 steps here, okay? 1, see myself as a spark of infinity. 2, see others as their spark. And 3, love their spark as I love my spark. To love my fellow as I love myself, just as I see myself as a soul, so I see them as that soul. So now we can fully appreciate why loving one's fellow is the entire Torah, and we can fill this mitzvah with unbounded joy, right? Because this is the process of going to this place of expansiveness and taking that expansive down to the practical, to go ratzo, to return to our source, and return to our source, which is our source and living God. Then we can be connected with each other as the Jewish people. And once we're connected with each other as the Jewish people, what we're able to do is now have this vessel for God's infinity in this world. So that's what we're doing with every single mitzvah. We're going to a place of transcendence, right, which is the mitzvah, to bring that holy energy into the physical object we're dealing with. For example, your cup of tea in the morning, right? You're going to a place of expansiveness, of transcendence. You're identifying that with the tea it's not just a cup of tea. This is a gift from God. This is something I can bless. I can say God's name on. I'm saying this blessing. I'm going to this expanded higher state of consciousness. And that's actually drawing that holiness into my actual cup of tea. It's expanding to come back into the details. It's going to a higher consciousness to bring the higher consciousness back into the mundane, back into the thing itself.